Season 49, War number 9, and we are up against Furious Gods, and this time my team will be Silk, White Tiger and Sunspot. I will be taking Path 1 in Section 1, Path 1 in Section 2, and then I will be taking a Serpent, Gorr, Attuma, Mangog, and Hitmonkey miniboss. No bullseye boss this time around for me either, we have got that covered with another person. And we got a few new placements, few old ones as well, and overall just a couple matchups that I haven't done before. Now starting off here we have a Dragon Man on the personal space regeneration node, and I will be taking the fight with Silk. This fight specifically, there really isn't anything special about it, it's a normal Silk fight, the regen is not an issue, if it ever stacks up, well, the Despair Mastery and Silk's Sig ability will shut it down, but even then, Silk has the damage to just completely nuke this guy, regardless of the regeneration. A single special 2 and the fight is done even before we see the burst damage on it in roughly 20 seconds or so. Already moving on to the next fight, here we have an Elsa Bloodstone on the Masochism Overtime node, and for this one I will be using Sunspot. Now, Sunspot being a tactic champion can shut down the opponent's Purify ability accuracy with those tactic prowesses, so with at least 3 of them on, none of these incinerates will be purified by the Masochism node, which means that the regen won't be a problem either. All that is really left, as long as I can keep up the prowesses, is, well, a normal Elsa Bloodstone, and that is basically a nothing fight, especially for Sunspot. Now I went for a single special 2 for ramp up there, looking back that probably was not necessary, a single special 2 with the tactic prowesses, and that should be all you really need for it, but a little bit extra damage here and there, it doesn't hurt. I still finished the fight with essentially full health, and well, I did lose a tiny bit of fight time, but these wars are not decided on that anyways, and due to the, well, the whole fiasco with our alliance this season, yeah, wars are not decided on fight time this time around, not even close. Next up we have a Shuri on the Never Back Down node, along with Indomitable as usual, and I am taking the fight with Silk. Now Shuri isn't the greatest matchup for Silk, but the special 3 rotation, even with all the armor that Shuri gets when you hit her too much, should be enough to take her down without any bigger problems. Now Silk's auto evade will not help you against Shuri's specials since they bypass evade, so I went ahead and tried to do a full dex there on the special 1, which I have been practicing, but of course when I have to record a fight in war for it, I mess it up and get hit by it. That in itself isn't a problem, but now she has guaranteed crits, so if I were to eat a combo for example, it would hurt a lot more than it would have if I didn't eat the special 1. So now going forward I'm just gonna block the special 1 as I probably should have done from the beginning, and now at this point the fight is over. Special 3 rotation is ridiculous, and well, this Shuri just doesn't stand a chance. Now on hits that don't crit, the damage isn't all that great, and that is because of all the passive armor on her here, but Silk's crit rate is good enough to, I guess, kinda rely on it, and even then the heavy attack there didn't crit and still hit for 14k, which was enough to finish the fight. Now overall that matchup isn't great, but it is doable, and you will take a tiny bit of chip damage unless you're good at taking the full special 1, though that said, it's probably not worth even trying in war. Then we have a Kate Bishop on the Buffet Overtime node, and as usual I am using White Tiger due to her immunity to Nullify. The Buffet node will never trigger, and that's about all this fight has going on for it. Other than that, well, the tactic process shut down Kate's Purify ability accuracy, allowing you to parry and hit her directly without needing to worry about the evade into a stun. Now also the Argorello node here feeds Mystic Dispersion, making it easier for me to get to my special 2s as well, which also shut down healing. Well, it also does damage, and that's basically what closed that fight out right then and there. No issues whatsoever, a full yellow bar finish, and honestly, I'm not really sure about that placement at all, but who am I to judge the opponents for? Then next up we have the good old Serpent on node 38, the stun reflection, not stun reflection, what is it? Ebb and Flow knockdown and right back at it mini-boss node, and I'm taking it with White Tiger. As usual, I do have the White Magneto pre-fight active to give me passive parry stuns, so I can still keep stunning him with parries even while the right back at it debuff immunity is active. Now the game plan, learning from my previous mistakes, as I have done in the previous wars already, the game plan is just spam special 1 at the start to get those furies up quickly, so your basic attacks will also start dealing some damage, and then just, well, play it by ear, I guess. Naturally, I will be trying to bait special 1s with special 2s, since the special 1s don't hit quite as hard through the block. And with the aggression prowess node, special 2s long animation will allow him to stack a few of those up during the animation, and since I can't exit due to the true focus buff on the opponent, yeah, it would hurt a ton. You can't steal any regen on this fight either due to the debuff immunity and the fact that Serpent reduces bleed duration in general, making her, or rather White Tiger's bleeds, quite not as useful as they normally would be. Now, so far I am dealing with the fight pretty well. It is taking quite a while since this is a 7-star Serpent. There is the challenge rating and all of that to, well, make me hit softer than I normally would, and it's definitely showing. I can't remember if this was a rank 3 Serpent or not, but either way he was very tanky. That said, he wasn't awakened, so the cheat death mechanic didn't have to worry about that at all. Now quickly gonna heal up here, since the next fight I'm taking is a good old White Tiger fight as well. One that is, well, one that we have seen quite a few times by now. And that is a Gorr on the Mega Stand and when I open mini-boss node. Honestly, I'm not sure if I should even explain anything going on in this fight here again, since it's really nothing special at this point. Essentially, I just gotta get the special 2, maintain the tactic prowesses, and then spam special 2s, preferably with the Mega Stand protection down, so you're actually doing some damage and gaining power back from the Mystic power back boosts. Single special 2 there, and I'm almost up to a second one, so I bait a special 1, then go in and drop another special 2. Well, I guess not yet, baiting another special 1 off first. Now even if I push Gorr to a special 2 of his own, I can simply just block it and purify all the damage in debuffs, and then just keep hitting him, keep cycling specials, and that's all there is to it. At this point the fight is usually over, but this Gorr was being a little bit annoying, and I perhaps didn't play it as well as I could have, and it's taken a little bit longer than usual. Even so, there's not really any risk of dying here, just gotta keep spamming the specials and throwing some basic attacks with all the furies as well, and down he goes. His regen just can't keep up. Now then, next up I have a fight that I was a little bit worried about, mainly due to the fact that the matchup has some guaranteed health loss that I will be suffering from, and honestly, I'm not really that used to using Sunspot, at least in Alliance War yet. So I went ahead and fully boosted for this with the mutant power back boosts and everything, even though I'm running pretty low on them. So here we have an Attuma on the Hazard Shift, Incinerate and Poison node along with stun immunity, and I'm using Sunspot. Did also use an advanced power boost to start off with a bar of power for a quick ramp up, and now at this point the plan is to just get the special 2, cycle special 2s if necessary, and that's all there is to it. The Incinerate debuffs that I'm inflicting will deal with any of the hydration that Attuma might get in the fight, but honestly, as you'll soon see, that's not a problem at all. A single special 2, when I get to it, will be enough to just completely destroy this guy, and I was worried for nothing. Yeah, I definitely didn't think he would die from a single special 2, considering how healthy he looked, but a couple crits on it, on the special 2, and well, surprisingly enough, it was enough. I guess Sunspot hits pretty hard, who would have guessed. Then we have the good old Mangog on the Aspect of Evolution Meeboss node, and I will be taking the fight with Silk. I'm not even really sure why I went ahead and healed up for that fight. It's not necessary. We have seen this one plenty of times in the past as well, and all you gotta do is just get the special 3 and Mangog is dead. He can't do anything. Now here he did go for a special 2, which is usually something that you don't wanna see, but Silk's auto evade always is there to save you whenever you need it. Full evade on the special 2, didn't take a single point of damage from it, got up the special 3, threw it, and now the usual special 3 rotation. And well, this Mangog is gonna drop dead. There's absolutely no chance he's surviving any of this, and down he goes. Less than 50 seconds, and I only took a little bit of damage from the few hits that I blocked. That's about it. Really didn't need to use a potion here, but I guess it's better to be safe than sorry. That said, there's really no risk in that fight. Then we have a Hitmonkey here for the final fight of the war on the Conflictor miniboss node, along with the Combat Deja Vu Prowess, I believe, and I will be taking the fight with White Tiger. Now this node, I'm not exactly sure why Hitmonkey is on it, but we'll see how it goes. So Hitmonkey here is a tactic defender, so I do gotta manage my prowess stacks properly, but overall the attack tactic, lowering the debuff, rather purifiability accuracy of the opponent, completely shuts down the Conflictor node here, which is usually the main problem, and all that's left is just a normal Hitmonkey with a tiny health pool as usual. So single special 2 is already down to roughly 50%. Went ahead and threw a second one, and he is just melting, and all I gotta do to really deal with Hitmonkey's base kit is just wait out those 2 modes or monkey schemes that he gets, and that's it. He doesn't evade, he doesn't purify anything, and down he goes. I'm a little bit confused by the placement, but I'm not gonna complain about it. That is war number 9 in the bag. As for the results, we did end up winning the war 20-8, and that just about sums it up for this war. On to the next one.